Good afternoon. This is Deke Fagundis conducting a repair attempt on the left slope at 607 Long Street Drive. It is 9/18/2025, and I'll be performing a repair attempt today. First things first, discuss a little bit of the tools that I'll be using. First of which is a pry bar. This is a roofer's tool for removing fasteners. And the final thing, which is the controversial opinion, not amongst contractors, but usually a State Farm or an Allstate adjuster will request that we use a roofing snake. The contractor's tool is a mag hatch. First things first, as the contractor, I get to decide which tools are properly used, as well as the problem with a snake is when you are hammering down on that snake, you are damaging this course of shingles below whenever you are hammering down on it with a piece of metal. So a big problem there, and we don't want to have any damage as a result of performing this repair. Now here, I'm going to go ahead and set this up, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right. So, first things first, I'm going to go ahead and remove this shingle. I'm going to start with the fasteners. Start from the right over both ways. All right. All right. And okay, so now we've already marked off the example of the damaged shingle, so we can start here. So, pulling up each of these fasteners. And just a side note, you can see there is an equal amount of rust on every single one of these nail heads, meaning water has been accessing the entire surface of this roof, regardless of wind damage. So just to denote, what condition of the state of the condition of this shingle is not looking good already. So we got 2 nails, and we've got 3, and like I said, we've got rust on all of them. All right. Keep it on. Go into this second course. And another thing that I will be noting is none of these shingles will be lifted above a 45-degree angle as per requested. All right. So that should be all of the fasteners. We'll put this over here. Make sure that we got them all. Yep, and yep, and yep. Okay, so if I've done this correctly, it should slide out as such. Put this over here. Okay, so continuing on, before we start, I am just going to make note a few things. So we can already start to see a bit of granule starting to form along this shingle, as well as this one. So you can see where this is creased. If I flip this up and down, that fiberglass matting underneath has definitely been fractured already. But we will continue. Okay, so now we've got a fresh shingle, fresh from the bundle, a pliable shingle, if you will. All right. And if you saw before, I marked off where the other shingle was installed, specifically so that when I installed this one, I'd be able to line it up perfectly, ensuring full water protection. Okay, so go ahead and replace those fasteners. And like I said, I will not be moving any of these shingles above a 45-degree angle during this entire process. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay. And one more for here. All right. Whew, heat's getting to me a little bit. All right. So next, now, okay. And last but not least, okay. So let's do one final check. So we've got here, good, good, good. All right. So let's go ahead and we'll start to make note of everything that we found. So I like to do this on all of my repairs, and that is give an example of what a pliable shingle looks like. So here you can see this is a pliable shingle, fresh out of the bundle. If I were to bend this to even a 180 degree angle, just gently falls back down and then nothing happens. Now, I'm not going to do the same thing, of course, to this one, because we can see this one has already creased. But you take a look at here, you can feel that this matting has been. If I go to a 45 degree angle, drop it back down, and then wipe, you can already see this cracking. And say I were to do the same thing for this one, wipe. I can sit here and I can wipe all day and absolutely nothing is going to happen to this shingle because the fiberglass matting hasn't been cracked underneath, meaning these ceramic granules will be intact by day's end. But if you can see there, I do a similar but not as intense motion, and you can see the crack right along here, as well as when I come right here, you can see even when I just lift it up a tad, you can see the crack go right along here. And if I wipe, That makes it much more pronounced. And we can see what it's gonna look like on the next rain. So you can see we have a crease here. And for the sake of saving everybody's time, I'm gonna write an arrow for a crease here and then a crease here. Now, I'm gonna tarp this up for the homeowner because this repair has failed and this is absolutely not waterproof. It would be in absolute bad faith as a contractor to go ahead and perform all of the rest of these repairs, because say we had 30 wind damage shingles, by the judging from these repairs, we will have 90 plus as a result of just performing 30 repairs, which is why, like I said, it'd be in bad faith for me to repair this roof because we'll have more damage done as a result. Thank you for your time and have a nice day.